but I'm not really too much of a fan of Terminator. Found out there was an anime, put it on. All I kept hearing, like anytime I just think about that anime, all I think of is Kokoro. Yo, he was black, right? No.
Yeah, he was mixed, but yeah, he was black.
Yeah, he kept saying was it Kokoro?
Malcolm.
Yeah. Bro, he kept saying, I said, shut up.
Because from what I've heard, just looking into Terminator before, like just on YouTube, just watching YouTube videos about the Terminator, they say that the Terminator is also linked to the Matrix movies.
No.
That's what the director that wrote both of them shits said. Sorry, both of those things said. She said that was a connection. So I was just going from what the videos did. Maybe they explain something that does connect, maybe not. Maybe just she's talking to her, just saying stuff. But if you wrote the thing, I might believe you. You know what I'm saying? So
I've watched some of it. When I say watched it, I mean it was on in the background while I was making, I believe, apple crisps, apple crumble. I was making something with apples that I had picked from a farm this weekend. Those apples. Anyway,
so picking apples from
mad bougie now.
Hello white.
Listen, them apples, but I don't even like apples like that. The best apples I ever had in my life.
Did you wear a flannel while picking said apples?
Absolutely not. Am I a lumberjack?
Maybe for the day you might have been.
You could have been a lumberjack.
No, never. What's going on, people? It's your boy Macky. Oh. Hope you're living well. Hope you're doing right. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff, do all the nice stuff, and then you might get some stuff. We got my brothers in the building, the Razor Sharp Assassin with the Clipper and Johnny. We also got the Black Kage, the Hook Kage, aka Salt and Pepper Poppy Crispin. And last but certainly not least, we have the king himself, Musa. And we are nerdy by nature. Welcome to another Nerdy Thoughts video. All right, so today we are going to be talking about the new anime that recently just came out a couple weeks ago, Terminator Zero, that is on Netflix. I have watched some of it. When I say watched it, I mean it was on in the background while I was making, I believe, apple crisps, apple crumble. I was making something with apples that I had picked from a farm this weekend. Those apples. Anyway,
so picking apples from
mad bougie now.
Hello white.
Listen, them apples, but I don't even like apples like that. The best apples I ever had in my life.
Did you wear a flannel while picking said apples?
Absolutely not. Am I a lumberjack?
Maybe for the day you might have been.
You could have been a lumberjack.
No, never.
A lumbermack.
Anyway, so Terminator Zero, John, please. I'm not the biggest fan of Terminator. I've seen the first three. The second one is the best one out of all of them. But I'm not really too much of a fan of Terminator. Found out there was an anime, put it on. All I kept hearing, like anytime I just think about that anime, all I think of is Kokoro. Yo, he was black, right? No.
Yeah, he was mixed, but yeah, he was black.
Yeah, he kept saying was it Kokoro?
Malcolm.
Yeah. Bro, he kept saying, I said, shut up. But I didn't finish it. I believe John did. So please give us like a little synopsis of what this anime is.
So Terminator anime was like definitely not on my anime bingo card. like ever. I never thought that that IP in particular would become an anime. I do really, really, really like the medium for it because the anime was not bad at all. A little bit of background and context. I am a very big Terminator fan, and Terminator 2 Judgment Day was probably my favorite movie as a kid. And I mean like kid, like maybe 5, 6 years old. Don't ask me why, but I watched Terminator on repeat as like a 6 year old. It was just it was just my life. And I
Terminator
love
2 is a
Terminator
really good
because
movie.
of it. What's
Terminator
that?
Terminator 2 is the real is a really good movie.
It's great. Definitely not for 6 year olds, but I mean, I turned out okay. And I really, really do love Terminator and like Schwarzenegger films in general, but mainly Terminator. And what I thought was interesting is for anybody that has seen the Terminator films and can identify like Easter eggs of any kind. There's definitely Easter eggs throughout the anime, callbacks to certain scenes or certain dialogues that happen in the films, especially a lot of callbacks to Terminator 2. And the story is trying its best to fill in the gaps with some of the sci-fi that's happening in Terminator. A lot of the movie's runtime focus on, like the adventure of the Terminator itself and the human characters in the story. But a lot of the science fiction kind of goes under the radar. Like they don't even talk about like how time travel is even possible or anything like that, or the idea of having different timelines, because if you go back in time and you change the past, does it alter the same future or does it create a new future? And this anime does a great job of diving into that topic and explaining it in Terminator speak, and it was good. I felt like the people that worked on this anime definitely did their homework, and I felt like the story was pretty decent. There were some things that I thought were odd or misplaced. Maybe some of the pacing might have been a little odd for me, but I feel like the payoff was pretty good. And I like only a little bit the idea that this anime takes place within the same canon as the films, because it's supposed to be taking place in Japan,
Hmm.
simultaneously, while I guess the original story is happening in the United States. But because of the science fiction aspect to the story, I honestly don't know if this is canon or not, or where the hell on the timeline this really fits.
If you don't mind me interrupting, I see on Wikipedia it says, and this is the premise: in 1997 Tokyo, Malcolm Lee is developing Kokoro, an AI system intended to compete with Skynet. The day before Judgment Day, Lee finds himself and his three children pursued by an unknown robot assassin and a mysterious soldier from the year 2022, which has been sent back to protect him.
Yeah, that is a good synopsis. That's basically the story. I mean, there's a lot of cool twists and turns and things like that. There's a lot of unexpected moments or reveals that happen at different parts of the story, not just the ending. Um, and I feel like the characters are likable, and the story takes a very different approach to what we're used to when it comes to that cat and mouse between the Terminator and the soldier from the future.
Wow. So the director has directed on Bleach.
Hmm.
That's his best known work for. Hmm.
So they got
Does it
they
say
got
what
pretty decent
years?
experience.
Does it say what years he directed them?
2004 to 2012.
Oh,
So
that's a good chunk.
Yeah, that's Most of
Basically,
it.
the whole run. Yeah,
Yeah,
almost.
Bleach. That is
most of it.
Bleach.
Yeah.
That is the entirety of Bleach.
Yeah.
Except for the first like 10
It
episodes.
And he did some movies as well, as far as character design and chief animation director. Again, I think he did. He also did a character design on Thousand a Year Blood War.
Oh,
Uh,
I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it now.
this is
uh,
dope.
yeah, so I will say the animation, what from what I was seeing, because like I said, I
Yeah.
wasn't paying too much attention to the story, but the animation, the fight scenes, the explosions, those look really, really good. As far as an anime that I'd be interested to, is just for whatever reason, the cyberpunk apocalyptic that never has ever attracted me. So no, I know I already said the next one we're talking about by mistake, but Terminator, it falls within that same line of that like futuristic. The only thing futuristic I liked was Back to the Future 2. That's it. So for me personally, I don't enjoy those types of shows. But I will say the animation looked beautiful. Um, it was just Malcolm just wouldn't shut up. But oh my god, he wouldn't shut up.
Um, I got something to say. Well, something
What
that
up? What up,
that might
Crispin?
interest me from what John said about them explaining how things work in the Terminator world, right?
Yeah.
Because from what I've heard, just looking into Terminator before, like just on YouTube, just watching YouTube videos about the Terminator, they say that the Terminator is also linked to the Matrix movies.
No.
That's what the director that wrote both of them shits said. Sorry, both of those things said. Um, she said that was a connection. So I was just like, I was just going from what the videos did. Maybe they explained something that does connect. Maybe not. Maybe just she's just talking to her, just saying stuff. But if you wrote the thing, I might believe you. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, they're. I'm not entirely sure. I know that Terminator is inspiration for a lot of post-apocalyptic stories in general,
hmm.
and you could say that maybe the people from the Matrix were inspired by some of that from the Terminator
isn't the
because the
Matrix?
original.
Isn't the Matrix? Sorry, isn't the Matrix from a book as well as the Terminator? Both of them.
No, so the
Terminator is
Matrix was started as a film, and it was like this crazy idea that these two brothers had that nobody wanted to
Okay,
fund.
cool.
I
Yeah,
heard. I don't want to get in tinfoil hat conspiracy theory. I heard my friends say and all this stuff, but I could have swore I heard that them dudes stole that story from some black woman that.
that's what Crispin is talking about.
Oh, okay, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I don't
but
know
I heard
if
her
it's
talk
actually.
about it. Like
Mhm.
she was speaking about how the stories were connected because of something. And I don't remember exactly what she said, but she was talking about those two movies, those two series of movies specifically. So I was like,
yeah.
oh, that makes
I mean,
sense.
there's definitely ways that you could try to
Mm,
make a crossover out of those two universes. Like, there's not a huge difference between the concept of Skynet and like the machines that take over in the Matrix, and
mm,
but the only difference is that the machines in the Matrix, they want to use human beings as like a fuel source
mm.
because human bodies can generate electricity. So they want to use people basically as batteries, which is why they keep them jacked into the Matrix so that they don't realize that that's what their life is like. And Skynet just wants to eliminate its enemies. And the biggest threat to it and the planet is mankind, which
Okay,
is the reason why that AI decides to trigger all of the nukes around the world and just bomb all of the major countries, all the major armies, anybody that could have really posed a threat to Skynet, it eliminated first.
okay, I understand. I get it.
Yeah, so
But I was just saying that because there's something that came to my head. I'm like, I mean,
it's a
does
cool
this
idea.
does this tell a story about that? But
I mean, maybe whatever story that she wrote has, deep inspiration or some type of connection to the Terminator universe. But I mean, officially, those movies are definitely not
Gotcha.
connected at all.
Gotcha.
Um, but if you did, have you seen any of those Terminator films from back in the day, Crispin?
I think I saw like one and two, but I don't remember much of those. I was a kid, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, they're definitely older films. The
Trust me,
first
I seen
Terminators
it
from
as
the
a.
late 80s.
I call myself the Crispinator. I didn't take that from nowhere else but the Terminator. So, you know,
But they're definitely worth Terminator 2 is on Netflix right now.
I might, I might give it
So
a watch.
it's a great film. And it's an awesome like first watch, like before you jump into the anime, if you decide to watch the anime.
I'm watching it right now.
So it's its own thing,
Mm.
and I respect how much it is its own thing, but
What
it
the
is
anime?
very much like the films and connected to like the overall lore, which I can appreciate. I enjoyed this anime way more than any movie they made past Terminator 3.
I was gonna bring that up
Any movie past that.
because we was talking about Terminator 2 being not even the best in the series, but like Terminator 2 is widely considered like a top 10 movie as a whole,
Yeah.
like of
I
all
wouldn't go
time.
that
And
far.
like
I
I
wouldn't go
wouldn't either, but I'm just saying
that
like a lot of people like
it
They
is.
have it
critically
in their top
acclaim.
10.
Yeah, like they'll put it there and like and you talk about like James Cameron's like what do you call it? Filmography,
Filmography.
like bro, like it's insane. So
Hmm.
he got that. He did what? Titanic, Avatar. I'm blanking on the other ones, but like between him and Christopher Nolan, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
He did
Um,
Titanic, Aliens, Abyss,
Aliens, yeah,
Terminator.
not the first one,
No,
Uh,
the second Alien.
second
yeah.
one, yeah.
Of course, Avatar. All the Avatar movies are his.
Hmm.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
got it. But just to go back to what Crispin was talking about, so just because I was looking that up while you guys were talking, I apologize. I pull this back a little bit. But in 2003, Sophia Stewart, which is the author that Crispin was referring to, filed a legal complaint in the U.S. District Court alleging that the idea for The Matrix and the 1984 film Terminator were plagiarized from her film treatment, The Third Eye. The court allowed the suit to go forward in 2005, but Stewart did not attend the deposition. The judge then dismissed the case because they were unable to enter any evidence bolstering their claims or demonstrating any striking similarities between her work and the accused directors. So,
Yeah, I mean that kind of sucks. That means that she was either bullshitting or they robbed her of her proof. Like I don't.
yeah,
If you're gonna take someone to court, I would assume that you
You
have
have
proof.
all the proof. Yeah, yeah.
And why
he
would
didn't
you
even
not
show up
show
to the
up?
deposition. Yeah. So, because I've heard that I saw that same TikTok as well, and that's why it sent me on this little rabbit hole that I went to find this information for us, so that at least we could show both sides. That
Yeah,
yeah, that's what she said, but
but that's exactly why I said.
show she ain't want to show.
That's really why I said like that's what she said. Like
Yeah,
maybe she was bullshitting.
that was the first that I'm hearing about any of that stuff. And I do love the Matrix too, not more than the Terminator franchise, but I do love both of those franchises, and I've never heard anything like that from anyone at all. So I mean, if it's true, I mean, I hope she sleeps at night comfortably, no, knowing that she walked away from that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But the anime itself was an unexpected treat for me as a Terminator lover, and it's something that I could definitely recommend not only to you guys but to the audience as well. I love sci-fi. I love post-apocalyptic horror in that regard. I think now that we're actually living in the age of AI and artificial intelligence, it's really cool to revisit some of these things because our interpretation of what AI would have been back in the day is totally different than what AI actually turned out to be.
Really
So far,
cool or really scary?
so far,
So far, yeah, so far
so far.
it has just been like silly. But um
Some people are really trying this robot thing.
I mean, think about it from a practical standpoint, though. How practical is it to construct a synthetic human body to do tasks when using the internet, the AI in cyberspace can still complete the task? Like the only thing it can't do is like lift boxes or like lift physical objects. But like when you want AI to do work for you, we've already experienced what kind of work AI can do for you in an instant.
Mm.
So I feel like practically we wouldn't need robot soldiers,
No,
or
right
even an
now
AI wouldn't need robot soldiers.
for the war, practically we didn't need machine guns either. But hey, they're
They
there.
created them. Yep.
They're outside.
I mean, that
You didn't need a
definitely has a
nuclear
practical
bomb, but it's
use.
out there. You know what I'm saying? You didn't need those things. You could have won a war before you won wars before with less things. That's the thing. War people, they don't care. They go to the extreme with everything because they want to win. They want to demonstrate power. So if this is what this AI in the anime is like made for, I don't know. I haven't seen the anime, like, but I'm just going off of my head. Like, if that's what the anime is going for, yeah, I believe it could happen in real life. Depends on what government we got. Who's at the lead?
Which are definitely good points. Definitely good points to make. There's a lot of existentialism in this story. There's a lot of morality and philosophy. If you are a student of philosophy at all, you probably appreciate some of the conversation that Dr. Malcolm is having with Kokoro as much
Kokoro.
as Macky hates when he says her name. I told him, I said, it's like he's talking to Siri. You can't talk to her without saying her name first. She don't hear what you say, you know?
Yeah, seriously, shut.
It's
Facts.
also like exposition. You got to keep reminding the audience of the AI's name.
And that's not China. That's Kokoro.
That's
Yeah, you got
Gotham.
to know. You need to know.
All right.
Well,
Final thoughts, guys.
Terminator Zero. Watch it.
I'm a
It's good.
I'm gonna take John's advice. I was already thinking about watching it, and it just slipped my mind till we talked about it. But I definitely want to watch it. I like like you said, the setting. It's in the same, technically in the same universe, but in on a different country. So it's going on whatever is going on
I
over there in
think
Japan.
I think
It,
it's like right before, from what I read, I believe it's
Mhm.
right around the time of like the second movie. Because the
I,
second
Okay.
day, right?
yeah, it would be. That's the thing is like technically in the second movie they postponed Judgment Day.
Mm.
S-
So
Sound like
What
we're
the
getting
what
into
the
spoiler
anime
territory.
Yeah, like what the anime is trying to explain to you is that all of these things technically happen, but don't happen at the same time.
Mm.
We're looking at like multiple
Timelines.
timelines. Yeah. I just don't want to like give too much away about the story because this is not a spoiler review. I want people to watch it and I
Mhm.
want you guys to enjoy it too. But yeah, just imagine that all of these timelines experience very similar events, but because of the time travel, both the humans and the machines are destroying the timeline.
Mm.
Like nothing is happening the way that
Gotta
it's
get
supposed to
gotta
happen.
get Victor timely on that.
Yes, yes. We
Right.
gotta we got we gotta get Jonathan Majors back.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna watch it. And you telling me like the Bleach director or one of the directors and part of the animation is from there? Because Bleach, I know the story and power scale and all that. A lot of times it don't make any sense, but the one thing they gonna hit out the park is the animation. So
Facts. I
Definitely.
mean, I like Bleach. Cool with Bleach. So,
all right, perfect. So we'll catch you on the next thoughts. So, and the next time we have some thoughts about some stuff. Peace out, guys. I'm gonna tell you at the end of the video what to do. See you next time.
Thank you guys for making it all the way to the end of the video. Please like this video, leave a comment down below, let us know what you thought about today's topics or discussions. Share this video with friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and that's Nerdy by Nature TV. We are changing what you believe to be nerdy. We are all nerdy, and here at Nerdy by Nature, we're showing you how easy it is to get in touch with your nerdy side. So you could listen to our podcast, that's Nerdy by Nature Podcast, on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and that's Nerdy by Nature TV on all social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, or X, whatever you prefer, and TikTok. And we're going to catch you on the next piece of content. Thank you once again.